What's up and welcome to the Attack on Titan After Show. We are back. We are super stoked to talk about this new season. All the craziness going down. Death, destruction. Is the giant titan going to expand and destroy the entire town? Maybe, maybe not. Death, destruction? Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up? I was just so excited. I meant the colossal titan because they're, it's just big words. He's just
huge.
ginormous.
He's giant.
Yes. But apparently people don't think he can do his job, so that's okay. What's up? Welcome to the Attack on Titan After Show. We're a new crew bringing you this awesome show. We're super excited to be here. My name is Kari Lane, and I have my wonderful co-host.
What's up, everyone? I'm Ollie, Drennan. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Yes, happy Mother's Day. I know, right? And we're going to talk about death, destruction, and mayhem. Yay!
R.I.P. Aaron's mom. Just saying. I know it's been a while,
Right?
but just it's Mother's Day, so I just
That's
had to say that.
appropriate. Yeah.
And we're
And
down.
Mika-
we're
and
down a
Mikasa's
couple.
mom, too.
We're down
Way
a
back.
couples.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kind of cover what happened in the most recent episode, dropped this morning if you're watching it simulcast, and so that'd be episode 52 if you're watching via Crunchyroll, and if you're looking up online on IMDb, it puts it at 15. So go figure on how they number these. But anyway, so this episode, Ollie, how did you feel? We're back with season 3, part 2. There's been so much going on, so much buildup. What do you think of how the episode vibes are now? The action, lots of dialogue, lots of flashbacks.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Definitely, we were talking about this before the show started. There's always going to be lots of dialogue, but I think the second half of the season is definitely more action orientated, whereas the first half of season 3 was definitely, more story building, build up that lore, literally build up this world, because it's a confusing anime for sure for me, someone who doesn't read the manga. So definitely, I think we're in the meat and potatoes at this point. So Sasha's very excited, as am I. Shout out to Sasha, my favorite character.
Potatoes, right?
Yeah. Oh, potatoes.
Well, okay, wait. Sam, I'm glad you mentioned Sasha. A moment that happened this episode, and let us know what you think. We do have a live chat. Welcome everybody who's watching live, and leave comments down below if you're watching this later. Okay, so this is kind of skipping ahead, but with Sasha, we have the moment where Reiner is killed, and she's crying, and I'm just like, girl, this guy has been killing so many people. Why are you sad? What did you think of her reaction? It was her and Connie that are like, I'm like, I know he was your bro.
Well,
but
I think I'm kind of fine with it because it also shows that there's still some humanity left
True.
within them in this kind of post-apocalyptic setting where things are just there's no humor. There's barely ever humor in this anime, in this world. So it's kind of nice to still see some emotion from them.
Yes.
But it's definitely for those two characters, I think they would kind of cry in this predicament.
This is true, because they still have feelings, and like this world can make some people so hardened and not care. We have the random J in the chat have a good question. What did we think of the new opening? I like it much better. I felt the last opening it's not a bad opening theme song, but it's wrong tone.
It was
for
lighthearted.
This show. Yeah.
Very lighthearted. I was caught off guard when I first was introduced to it. I'm like, oh, this is Attack on Titan.
Right.
But yeah, this is a lot more this is a good setting for it.
I feel it's reminiscent from the earliest one too. So I was like, oh, I want that epic music of like,
the choir or whatever.
Yes, like the orchestra building and everybody
the
singing.
organs.
Yes. So, and speaking of Reiner and Bertolt, so we get this flashback on them. Also, we should also mention, if you are reading the manga, please no spoilers. Do not get ahead. I've read some of the manga, so I'm not going to say anything ahead either. We're talking about this episode right now. So, thank you. Yes, the more you know. A little bit. So we have Reiner and Bertolt. What did you think of the flashback? We learn that Marco got to witness them talking and did not have a good outcome.
That was hard.
Right? You're just like, oh.
Because those, unlike Connie and Sasha, these are characters who are, in fact, kind of losing their humanity.
Yeah.
And they are going to, and along with Annie, it was cool to see Annie. Shout out to Annie.
Right?
We missed you, right? It's been way too long. But definitely they're kind of at their wits' end. They have to protect themselves, and that means to sacrifice poor Marco. R.I.P.
So bad for him because we knew he had died, but we didn't know how he died.
Exactly.
Which makes me also wonder if they'll do more of those. If you don't actually see someone die, if we'll get these flashbacks on
it's like,
well, this is how it went down.
It's funny because these flashbacks are kind of patching up the holes, like kind of like the holes in the wall.
Yes.
So, any plot holes? It's
Did
cool
you like that too? That's how where they were hiding.
Creepy.
Oh yeah.
Thing is, Titans creep me the hell out. So just know
that is the purpose. So they did a good job.
Yeah, afraid of any walls I'm standing by. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah. Judy Zhang in the chat says R.I.P. Marco. Yes. Right.
So
he was such a
sad.
good character. You're like, oh, and he's too smart. But you have that little glimmer of hope for them is when after he's dead, Reiner kind of says like, why is he being eaten by a Titan? I feel that was like kind of a mental snap for him at that moment of like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. I did this.
Yeah.
Or we caused this.
He's part of it, yes. So we also get that those two are working with Annie, which then would mean they're all together with the Beast Titan, but we don't know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the Beast Titan? I think he's really bizarre, intriguing, and really a formidable villain.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree. He's very menacing and scary. It's weird seeing a Titan with that much hair.
Yeah, they're also like hairless.
Very
except for,
Sasquatch, but also
Yes!
he looks very funny, but also
Yeah.
very terrifying at the same time. And I wonder what he's capable of because he seems like he's the most formidable opponent of Titans yet.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid of that when he finally. This is a prediction. I think he's gonna fight Eren. Right? That's what I think. I mean, we'll save it for predictions, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, Loco Logic in the chat, Marco begging for his life was brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's like, why is everyone running away? And you're like, dude, he didn't even try, but I think he was so broken that he couldn't even think to like, shit, I got to get in a building and hide or something.
He was just betrayed by his comrades all of a sudden because he was listening in, unintentionally learning of them being Titan, or one of them being a Titan.
Also, Random J points out the Marco flashback was also touched on in season 2 when Reiner is having his soldier warrior crisis. Good point. I really love these flashbacks, and Ollie, I liked how you pointed out that they're kind of patching things together. Anime does this in general, but I feel Attack on Titan really does it of like, here's random pieces of information. Right. We'll fill you in later. Don't worry about it.
A couple years later, we'll fill you in. Exactly.
Because there's a lot of moments where we don't get information, we're dropped in a conversation, or we don't know backstory, and it's not till later that we get it. But we do. But it's kind of a cool thing that anime has trained us to be like, all right, just stick with it. It'll tell us later.
Just go with the punches.
Yeah.
And just deal with it.
Oh, more ways than one. Oh, yes. Oh, actually, speaking of that, what did we think of the Eren and Reiner fighting when he got to crystallize? So that was a little bit more last episode or so, but I thought that was so cool and smart to be like, okay, hardening, just the hands, not too much energy. What do you think of that kind of fighting?
Kind of gave me My Hero vibes.
Oh, yeah.
First and foremost,
yes.
my boy Deku. But it's really cool to see Eren really grow into his powers more and just be a very, like, he can take on not anyone, but it makes me more confident seeing him head into battle against another Titan for sure.
Yes, agreed. And I also like how this show is continuing that it's a lot about that teamwork, because even though Eren is essentially superpowered, the others are so helpful because they had the thunder spears, which just sounds funny. I don't know.
And they're fast, and they're tiny,
so fast.
And they're capable of taking down numerous Titans.
Oh, man, the animation on this show blows me away constantly, like how the 3D maneuvering gear moves around. Just makes me so excited watching this show. So we have, the other big thing. So big, not really reveal, but an interesting, like, record scratch. Wait, can I get a record scratch, Steve? Yes, thank you. Sorry, I should have, like, led you into that a little bit more.
It's all good. I got you.
But yes, when Reiner and Bertolt, we're talking a lot about them, but there's the big flashback with them. They're commenting how the regular quote-unquote humans are like a different race. Did that stand out to you at all, Ollie, or did you have any thoughts on like what that means exactly?
A different race.
Yeah, because they said these in the Japanese. So I'm watching it subtitled, and then you're watching in English.
I was watching it.
It's
in sub now.
Okay, yeah, it's just sub
Because it
territory
just
right
came
now.
out, yeah.
Good point. I noticed for me, and then let us know your thoughts too. And again, if you know, don't say anything. But I thought it was really interesting where they're talking, and Bertolt is even telling Annie, like, you care about these. He said like not really devils, but they were referring to the human beings as a different thing,
like kind of these devilish beings.
Yeah, but it's like, but you're a human that can turn into a titan, and technically we know titans are from people because we saw Connie's mom way back when. So I'm like, but what does that mean?
Right.
You're just like, okay. Oh, Dylan Patrick in the chat says, I love Bertolt finally manning up and doing things on his own. Good point.
Because he was such a sidekick to...
Softy.
Exactly. And it was really interesting to see him go up against Armin, who also kind of manned up.
Yes.
Man up. I hate that phrase. Who also...
Leveled up.
Exactly. Leveled up. Level up. Level up. Level up.
Yeah.
It was really cool to see them both have this exchange of dialogue in the episode. Because these are two very unlikely characters. But they have so much strength within themselves.
And that's also not to say, and we're also not saying like anybody who's more peaceful is less than, but like them, you know, taking charge.
Right.
Because I like that Armin's finally getting opportunities to step up.
And command people and tell people what to do.
And he's that brilliant that he can. He cares so much about people that he doesn't want to.
Right.
And part of me, and then let us know what you think. Leave comments. Armin feels sad that we did not get to like negotiate with Reiner, and I'm kind of.
No, I was on the same page because I'm at this point. I love you, Armin, for speaking up or leveling up and such, and really taking a stand. But at the same time, you can't save people who don't want to be saved.
Right.
He's clearly they're both in their set in their ways.
Yeah.
You know, so there's really no negotiating, as you brought up.
Yeah.
So you deal with it. Fight. Kill him. I mean, he's the enemy.
Man, yes. And so they go, okay, well, we're going to chat with Bertolt when he has that discussion of like, stab! And they're on the two towers.
Right.
Oh, man. I was like, well, at least you tried. And you could say you tried. But go Mikasa. Damn.
Oh, my gosh.
My girl. She's like, nope, no talking. Just solve the problem now.
I loved it.
Sorry, you were going to say more about
No,
her?
I was ready for her to just slice that head off clean.
She tried. She got
so
near.
close.
Yes.
So close.
Oh, thank you. And actually, Jamie is also one of our panelists, but she unfortunately wasn't able to make it today. And then she was saying how, for this episode, quote, literally screaming at my TV, Mikasa once again shows us what a badass she is. I love this show because it really makes you feel for the characters and want to know what's going to happen next. 100% agree. I was so happy with this episode of like people doing stuff. Like, stop talking about it, just do it. Or at least you tried. Because also with Bertolt telling Armin like, well, I'll agree, but y'all gotta die. And
I know, right?
Well, that's unfortunate.
At least he stands by his word, his motive.
This is true.
More power to him.
Yeah.
But Mikasa, she is just a mood. I love her so much.
Yes.
She's me when I don't have my coffee in the morning.
You know what? Sometimes that's how you gotta get shit done.
You know what you also have to get done?
Yes.
Guys, we really appreciate you so much for making us the ESPN of TV Talk and what you could do to really help us grow, because we want you to grow as well. Give us that 5-star review on iTunes. Leave us a comment, or if you're tuning in live, chat with us in the chat. Give us your theories, your questions, everything that we're missing, because, you know, you are much a part of the show as we are. So until then, you know, just keep chatting with us.
Yes.
We love you guys. This show is amazing.
And share this video. Let other people know. I mean, we're in anime. You're into anime. Let other people know about this after show so we can continue that community of talking about this stuff we love.
Absolutely.
Judy Zhang also brings up in the chat, Bertolt has a crush on Annie.
Yes.
They're like, are you going to do this for Annie? And gets that blush going on. Which,
I know.
Yeah. But we haven't seen Annie in a while.
Right.
So, wonder what will happen of that.
Oh,
Did you love? I did. Even though I don't like him and I don't like the Beast Titan, which I don't know if we should be like, no, they're the bad guys. But the delivering of him into the city in the barrel was so cool. And there was like, where is he? Where is he? And then you see like the holes and you don't know where he is, and then you get that pan back.
Right. That was insane.
Yes.
I was just not expecting that.
And that talking Titan is so weird and creepy. The quadruped.
Oh, yeah.
So weird.
I
It's
wasn't here
weird.
for that.
Yeah.
Nightmares.
But I think that's the point. It's doing such a good job because we should be like, ugh.
I like the fact that we're seeing different types of
Yes.
Titans. It's almost as if there's species of Titans.
Yeah,
Right?
true.
So
In a way.
it's very scary, but at the same time interesting to find out these various forms of
Yeah.
Titans.
And then we have, we'll hold what we think happened to them, but Hange and Levi's squad were close to where Bertolt. Their names are, I'm like, Bertolt. Thank you, yes. When he transforms and he's just such a literally on fire being and destroying things, do you think they're okay?
Oh, totally.
Of course, right? Who could hurt Levi and Hange?
Hanji?
Hanji.
Well, Hanji. Is it Hanji and sub?
I've heard Hange too.
I hear Hanji.
but
Well, because I
Hanji-
usually watch it in English, so it's Hanji and Hanji. Pronounce Hanji in the English. So they're fine.
Yeah.
They're totally fine.
They're too good.
This is not the Game of Thrones of anime yet.
right?
But I'm so confident in those two. Like they are so capable of taking down.
Kid Aaron asks, is Annie still sleeping in her crystal? Will she ever wake up?
Yes.
I think she's still in the crystal, and yeah, she'll probably wake up. Civ 3001, did they seriously kill Hangi?
No.
I don't think so, because they're too big and too cool of characters,
Yeah.
and they're too good. I feel they would do something.
Right.
Injured, maybe, but not dead.
Yeah, I could see them definitely severely injured at this
Yeah.
point, but no, they need a
Yes.
better send off if they are in fact going to be killed, which I
Yes.
hope not.
And then we have them trying to figure out their attack on Hanji. Well, Random J in the chat says Hanji, like Hanji.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank
I just
you.
love it in English because it's nice. I get to I love it in English because I get to appreciate the art more. Rather
This
than
is true. There's so much
focusing.
visually
but
to take in.
not to discredit Japanese
Yeah.
dub at all because it is so amazing and
Yes.
the actors are so powerful.
They're very. The
Powerful.
show gets you so into it, and then hold on. And then we have because we have Armin, Aaron. So we have our Major General Aaron on the top of the wall. I feel he has a lot of plans going. Actually, wait here. Let's make this predictions and thoughts because some of this
Okay.
is.
Let's
Thank
do it.
you.
Let's do it.
And now, your
These are very short
AfterBuzz
episodes.
TV
Yeah.
predictions.
So we got Erwin. Thank you. Blazing Warrior. Do you think Erwin will die? So that's our chief commander on the wall. General. I guess he's a general at this point. I know they.
Head honcho.
Yes. Thank you. I like that. I'm curious what kind of plans he has in store because he's also extremely intelligent, like Armin. So I want to see what his plans are. I do like his command to Levi. Regardless of how this goes down, you go kill the Beast Titan. Which he's sitting in the middle of the field. That is not a place for 3D maneuvering gear. That I feel this is gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, I actually think, I think Erwin has the most potential to die out of our heroes, honestly.
Yeah.
To me, I think him dying would kind of let someone else rise up to the top. But I think if he does die, he'll definitely go out with like a bang, sacrificing himself. Because something about him just reads like as that sacrificial hero.
Good
to
point.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, he's stuck around this long too, and being one-armed and still being able to do stuff. Though he is very committed to getting to that basement. Do you have any thoughts on what's in the basement? There we go. Because we still do not know.
I don't know what's in that basement. Annie's in the basement now.
Because this better be a good payoff, right? Because it's been 3
It better
seasons.
be
need to get there.
freaking worth it.
Yes.
There better be a book inside there that has all the answers to our throbbing questions throughout this anime.
Yeah, it's that one I think even with the manga, I was like, I still don't think I know 100% what's going down. So even that, it's taking so long to get there that I want a really big payoff. Random J points out the Reiner gained the regeneration. Oh, that would be a prediction thing. The transferring of a consciousness, they explain that kind of quickly, and I think they go into more detail in the manga. So Reiner gets like essentially half like decapitated, and then Bertolt is like, well, he transferred his consciousness in the body. What do you think of that and what that could mean for killing Titans or not, or people?
I think that could cause lots of problems, and I'll leave it at that. What do you think?
I think
it complicates things for sure.
It complicates it for sure. It almost, we don't know enough about Titans for sure, but I think it almost brings magic into it, because I'm like, wait, what, you transferred your what into a body? And like, I know there's a lot about it we don't know, but it's still like, oh, that's a new weird possibility added to the mixture of what could go down. And I think I'm excited for the epicness that it feels is coming. And I kind of know is coming. But this show just kind of does that. It builds up to amazing, epic, like, battle. But I don't feel there's going to be the one battle. It'll just be a lot of these crazy ones along the way.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I know this was a nice short show. And so next week we'll be here again, 2:30. If you want to join us live, and if you're watching it later, welcome. And if you're listening, awesome. Also, go check out, we have another anime show. We're doing Modicum Magica. So we're going a little bit of a rewind. And on that show, we cover 3 episodes at a time. And we're going to have special guest, Christina V, in the house. So go check that out. And we'll see you next week. Ollie, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Ollie Dreamer.
And my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KaridLane. And we'll see you next week. Sayonara.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.